Welcome to Flow of Miracles month energy reading. The energy for the month of June is 10 of Discs, Wealth. So we moved from a natural progression from the May 9 of Swords until a 10. So that means there will be some overlap in the energies that you have worked through in May. You might have noticed that working through some mental anxieties allows you to receive much more abundance in your life. The 10 of Discs means that this month's energy is all about the material plane, the physical plane, and being able to manifest what you want and need in this life. 10 of Discs is also a card that talks about endings. The end of a cycle is what the 10 means. That also means that there's a lot of things about what your legacy is and how things build upon each other. If you have been doing a lot of projects this month, you might see the accumulation of some of them, and you might see some end results that are surprisingly good. That does mean that it's very important to make sure that you're not going for any quick fixes. The 10 of Discs really speaks about making sure everything is right from the bottom up. That also means that if you are thinking about planning something new, plan it out completely. Actually think on what kind of legacy you're leaving by doing this kind of work or making these kind of changes. So if you're thinking about planting a garden, think long term. If you're thinking about your career, plan long term. Really check things that might span several months or even several years, and understand that, of course, plans should be flexible, but looking at the longer term benefits, you're able to actually tune into this energy. It's very important that we think more long term, because what is good for you short term sometimes has long term consequences that we don't like. So besides what you are doing will create a legacy, it's also a good time to do ancestral work. If you see any patterns in your family or through your ancestry, now is the time to actually see what you can do to help yourself, but also future generations by solving things that are stuck in your family tree. Generational wealth is a wonderful thing, and you can see how that is a leg up for everybody in the family. So doing some small investments this month can really pay off long term. If there's something that you've been thinking might be too small to invest in, just doing it now and setting and forgetting it for maybe the next 10 years might mean that you actually start building up something great for yourself. So besides the legacy and the ancestral work, of course, 10 of Discs Wealth is also all about abundance. Check where you can create more abundance, where you can work with the abundance you already have and build something that is right for you and your family. That does mean that it's very important not to get too greedy this month. When we see a lot of wealth, we can go a little crazy with it. We can do things that aren't right for us. Or even we can get jealous of other people and feel like we're not getting enough. It's very important to remember that there's enough abundance for everybody in the world, and you can take your time to actually receive your part in it. Also means that you will see how other people have built their abundance and their work, and actually check out their work. You might see that they do not have shoddy foundations. They really started with a good plan, put in the work and the effort, and then the 10 of Discs is the reward at the end. So if there's something that you're doing that is not have a great foundation at this time, now is the time to consolidate that, to check out things and actually see how you can do things smarter. So work smarter, not harder this month, to actually make sure that you're building upon something that is actually workable for you. That means that you have to check the rhythm of all your projects, where you're moving maybe a little too fast or not fast enough, and actually figure out if you can sustain that pace long term in a way that is healthy for you. So this month, the do's are do ancestor work and make sure that you create a long-term plan for your life and your legacy. Get in touch with your abundance. Don't get too greedy. Don't do anything with shoddy foundations. Really take your time and make sure you build securely on each of the levels. And don't go for any quick fixes, but definitely check out what a good and solid fix will bring you. So I wish you a wonderful month and hope to see you again next month for another month energy reading by Flow of Miracles.